thoughts and expresses so really you will be happy. Yes. But yeah, we're very happy that you are here and that Lorraine is around here also talking about so very important issues, important issues and everybody issues also. And I will let Lorraine talk about herself that she has good information for you guys.
Thank
you for coming.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm so glad you guys are here. First thing, did you notice the top paper was a release form? Because we are recording. So if you don't want to be recorded, no problem. You don't have to fill this out. It just means don't say anything. If you have a question, I'll just stay as long as it takes to answer your question. But we would like those handed up before I start. So go ahead and fill those out. It's the first one, release form. Just your print your name, sign your name, put the date on, hand it up. Hi, come on in.
Also, as you fill out these forms, we have some people from North Carolina listening today. Welcome, everybody. We're excited.
So glad you're here.
They drove 4 hours to be here today.
Thank you so much. Well, like Paulina said, my name is Lorraine Pursell. I'm just really honored to be here with you all today. And I'm already saying y'all, I've been 6 months. I got up fast. So, you know, I've had the great privilege to have been able to do some amazing things in my life, especially most recently. I became International Bestselling Author in 2015. Wait, was it 2015? What is this? I don't know. I think it was 2015 or 2016. I'm not sure. I also just finished 2.5 years on NBC weekly segment. That was so fun. I can't wait to get back in TV again. Paulina's trying to hook me up. I've been in South Carolina for 6 months. Absolutely love it here. I am not leaving. I came here and followed my family, and I told my son, if you guys move again, I'm not moving. So this is it. This is home. But what I want you to really know about me, I feel like I'm going to cry. I may. Is that I had a lifetime of debilitating depression with suicidal ideations almost every day of my life. From the time I was 6, I had eating disorders, started popping my knuckles, pulling out my hair. I was kind of a mess. And shyness that you would not believe, just excruciating shyness. Couldn't raise my hand in a class. Just, you wouldn't know it to see me today. The newest thing that I've come clean with is I had an 18-year addiction to Zoloft. You guys know what Zoloft is? Could not get off, because every time I tried to get off, I would want to leave the planet even more. Finally, I hired a coach who helped me get off of that. It took a year, 9 months. And that was 5 years ago. And I have no more depression because I figured the bugger out. And so no more depression. I understand it. I get it. It's just scary. It just feels really scary, but it's not as scary as it seems. And I learned how to face it head on, and have gone on to help hundreds of other women do the same all over the world. Now, well, I've always been a global empowerment leader, but most recently it's taken on the form of helping women come out of that depression, because this is what I heard in my ear in January 2014 was expression is the opposite of depression. You might want to write that down. Expression is the opposite of depression. So what I tell my ladies is, if you're feeling depressed, what is it that you are wanting to express but you're scared? What are the things we're scared of when we want to express ourselves? What are those things? Rejection. What else? Judgment. What else? Criticism. What's that?
Inadequacy.
Inadequacy. Yeah. That's how I felt when NBC reached out to me. What?
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah. What? Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, if God brought me this opportunity, I am not saying no to this thing. Something will work out. Criticism. Getting, verbally slain. So my work is, my personal work and my work with all the women that I work with is, how do we fall so in love with ourselves and with our lives that we don't give a rip? Because even though we're afraid, even though I'm going to say we feel afraid, I'm not going to say we are, because that's owning that fear. But even though we may feel afraid, it's not enough to stop us from living our destiny. You might want to write that down too. This is what I wrote on I was just looking at them again this morning. I have 4 of them in my bathroom. I commit to living my destiny despite my fear. And I signed and dated it just 2 months ago. And it's made a tremendous difference, because every time I'm in the bathroom, I'm looking at that thing. Oh, right, my destiny. Oh, okay. Now it's all faded, the red ink's run because the shower hitting it. It's just like, wow, this thing really got me through the portal. So I began my self-love journey probably 30 years ago when I left my husband. My son was 4 years old at the time, and he's 38 now. And we're very close, although I was the absolute clueless single mom. I made every mistake in the book, but I did something right with, reconciling, and we're just so close. But the self-love journey, I had such a degree of self-loathing and self-hatred, just so deep. There was just nothing. I had nothing except hope against hope. You guys know what hope against hope is? It's like, okay, there's this analogy. There are these 2 kids set loose in these 2 rooms, and it's filled with horse manure. The rooms are filled with horse manure. And one of the kids opens the door and says, "Oh, I'm not going in there. Yuck," slams the door. The other kid's in there just digging through the manure, right? And they're going, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I figured with all this manure, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere." So that thing just was there. Even though I felt so bad, I felt so worthless, I felt so undeserving of any good thing on the planet, there was just this thing that was, there's got to be something. There's got to be something. I'm not here sucking air for no reason. I didn't know what it was, but when I was 12, because I felt so bad about myself, I wanted to help other people feel good about themselves. So that became my mission and my purpose, even though I had no idea how I was going to even qualify to help people feel better about themselves. But that's what I'm doing now. So it was this thing that was, there's got to be something. And I think sometimes in our quiet thoughts, no matter how depressed we might feel, I'm not saying you guys are depressed, but no matter how low we might feel sometimes, or question our worth, there is that hope against hope, that little flame, and then you start blowing on it, fanning it. Yeah. So I actually wrote an ebook I'm inviting you guys to get. You go to this website, 3keystoselflove.com, and it tells my story in a little more gory detail, but how I got myself out of hell, and began just going, you know what? Well, it all began when I listened to a Psychology Today cassette tape that tells you how old it was, by Dr. David Biscott. He's no longer on the planet, and it was called, he just had this line in there: with this New York accent. You have to believe in yourself to win, not to place or to show, but to win. And I'm like, huh? But I listened to that tape probably 30 times, 40 times. I started washing my brain. I started brainwashing myself. People say, you're brainwashing yourself. I'm like, yeah, hallelujah. My brain needs washing, right? So I began washing my brain with him and believing in ourselves to win, not to place or to show like in a horse race. That's second and third place. But to win, because if we don't start somewhere, there's nothing. So that began my whole self-love journey. And so the three things that really pulled me out were the things on this sheet. So key number one, because there is nothing more important than that you feel good. Feel good. Now, aren't we raised in the society that says, oh, we have to sacrifice and we have to give till it hurts and dead dog in the dumpster? Well, I'll tell you, the women I work with around the world are in adrenal exhaustion, even adrenal collapse, because they're doing this. I've had women in the last 6 months who haven't even been able to move. They're stuck in bed because their body won't even get them up anymore. And I'm just saying, okay, you will not get out of bed. You will not pick up after your family. You will not do for anybody what they can do for themselves. You're going to let things lie. And guess what? Their family starts stepping up. When they're not available, their family starts stepping up. And then they get starting feeling better. And then guess what? They start doing it again. And then everything starts tipping again. So, you know, you might be in some adrenal fatigue at this stage. So it feels like a lot of you are kind of on the same page with me. I'm getting that feeling. But, you know, just check in with your body. Do I need to rest more? Do I need to say no more? Do I need to say no to my family more? Now, I'm not talking about not being a good mom. I'm talking about being a good mom and a good partner. Be the best you can be, but that does not mean sacrificing yourself. I'm sorry. I'm here to shake up that whole paradigm. Who said that? Probably a bunch of men. I'm sorry. I won't even go there. But, I mean, think about it. Does that make sense? Nothing is more important than that you feel good. So if you are watching television and the show makes you go, ugh, leave the room. If there's a commercial that starts to upset you, leave the room. If you're in a conversation with somebody and it starts to go like they're gossiping or putting someone down, oh, sorry, I got to go take this call. I started doing that 30 years ago. Actually, I started doing it when I was really young. When I was in junior high, there was a mentally retarded school right next to us. And the kids used to make fun of them. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? I can't abide with you. So I just sort of separated myself from junior high on. I was like, whoever you guys are, I can't associate with you because it hurts me physically just to be near you or just to interact with you because of that level that you're at. So nothing is more important than that you feel good. And find those things that are your go-tos that make you feel good. The TV shows that you love that make you feel good, though. Stay away from the drama. The movies that make you feel good. The things you like to do that make you feel good. You have, I call that your arsenal. That's your arsenal. You've got your, you know, your bullets, right? Oh, I'm going to that. As soon as I start to feel south, I'm going to run to one of those things, okay? I'm going to run because I'm still washing my brain because there's so much in there that needs to be washed. On the days when I don't feel worthy and I start doubting myself, I run for cover. I listen to my mentors. I listen to things constantly on audio that just bring me up to a higher level. So I'm going to just ask you, what are some things that make you feel really good? And just go ahead and write them down on key number one. Just start building your arsenal now. What are the things that make you feel really good? And you might make a mental note or even write on the back of the page, what things don't you feel good about? Because one of the things that we do as women is we tolerate. I'm not talking about tolerance, yes, that's a good thing. However, there is stuff that we put up with that we should not be putting up with, specifically in relationships, either with our partners or our children. And it's like, no, I'm not down with this. I feel really funky when you talk to me that way, and I'm not having it anymore. Just stepping up, owning your power. So what are those things that you can run to that make you feel good? And if a few things are coming to your mind that don't make you feel good, you might want to just jot those down. Because we want to eradicate those things. Either eradicate them or find a way to be in complete peace ourselves so it does not rattle us. And I was the queen of getting rattled. But now very little rattles me. Except to see other women not waking up yet. So key number 2, honor your feelings. We're also in a society that tells us you shouldn't feel that way. You're wrong for feeling that way. You're wrong for being a sensitive person that picks up on everybody else's emotions. You're wrong for needing the amount of sleep that you need. You're wrong for letting that bother you. No, honor your feelings. Honor your gut. Do you know there are more neural connections in your gut than there is in your brain? Our gut is more intelligent than our brain. Isn't that crazy? Like when you have butterflies, it's telling you something either good or bad. That sinking feeling, oh. So with honor your feelings, I want to say honor your body. Because this is where your intelligence lies. This is what I just love. Okay, if the octopus and the cuttlefish are so intelligent that they can back up against a rock and completely camouflage, how much more intelligent is our body as a human being? So when we start to feel, or, you're just packing it in again, and sucking it up again, and sucking it up again. Every time we do that, we put a layer of scar tissue over our feeling, our gut. We lose contact with ourselves. We lose contact with who we are. Every time we say no to ourselves and our desires, we put another layer of scar tissue over that to where we just don't feel anymore. So what are some feelings that you want to honor in yourself? Let's just barf them out. Barf them out on your paper. Barf them out on your paper. And just barf them out on your paper. Just what are the feelings you have been denying yourself? What are the things inside of you that you have been saying no to? It can be a career direction, it can be a passion. Maybe you're dying to be like Mandy and start shooting pictures. What is that thing inside of you that's screaming to express itself? could be to dance. It could be even to, sway to Starbucks when you're standing in line. But oh no, people will think I'm weird. So what? Guess what? Here's the truth, okay? When people say you're weird and crazy, what are they really saying? What are they really saying? Yeah. Yes. Do you know what jealousy and envy is? Oh, I just got chills all over my body. Jealousy and envy, and that thing that goes, who does she think she is because what you see in that person is actually inside of you. And you just don't have the courage yet to express it. Just a yet. Not a forever. Because anyone that you admire and look up to, that same seed is in you. So why don't you just write down who you admire? Who do you go, God, I wish I could be like Oprah. How did she do it? This poor little orphan waif who was sexually molested, right? Billionaire. Loving her fat. Melissa McCarthy is another one. I just got through studying. Okay, listen, my soul taps me on the shoulder and says, I want you to watch this movie. And I want you to watch it again and again. Well, I've been studying the movie Tammy. Have you guys seen Tammy? Oh, you have to see it. Oh my God. Who's seen Tammy? Well, Melissa McCarthy, the reason we love celebrities is because they're 100% authentic and they're 100% themselves. And they have the guts to be visible. Now, Melissa McCarthy is kind of shaped like a little baked potato. She's just like really round. But you know what? She is sweet as heck, and I don't even think she acts. She's just herself, right? So you have to watch Tammy. And I was actually crying in my in my kitchen the other day going, it was so cute. Tammy had a man who just really loved her. And I think I have to improve to have this man in my life. What is that? You know, this woman person loves her fat. She just loves her little pear-shaped body. You know, I mean, she's like this high and this round. And she's so funny. Okay, promise me you're going to watch this movie. Okay, promise me? Tammy, Melissa McCarthy. So who is that person that you love? There's something in them that you just wish you could be like them. Number 3. I'm going to take a deep breath. Love yourself enough to walk away from the man, from the job, from the girlfriend. But whenever you're with her, her drama brings you down. And it's like every time you're with them, it's like, yeah, just give me another pound. Just put it on my back. Just, you know, yeah. This. You are all queens. I know that flies around. Oh yeah, we're queens. BS. Just like everyone's saying, oh yeah, I love myself. It's like BS. No, you don't. Let me tell you, self-love is not getting your nails done or getting facials or massages. That is not self-love. Self-love is a journey. It is a journey. And going through all the, oh my God, that's how I feel about me. Oh my God, this is how I'm feeling now. So love yourself enough to walk away. Goes right back up to key number 1. If something's not making you feel good. And here's the thing, sisters, we're in the 21st century. We are no longer going to be murdered, raped, watch our families massacred in front of us, burned at the stake, or drowned for speaking our truth, at least in first world countries. I have a lot of women in the Middle East who are in my community, and it's not the same with them. But I'm so excited that they are listening to my message on my Facebook live streams. It just makes me cry. Oh my God, you're in Baghdad and you keep watching my live streams? Can you imagine the shift that's happening in that woman? We can walk away and we will live, because we are no longer ownership of men. We can own property. You will survive no matter what the situation. If you have to get away from it, or if you even feel like you want to get away from it, you will live. 50 years ago, maybe not. But now we're in the 21st century. So we really can. So what might just be some people you need to walk away from situations you need to walk away from because they're just not feeling good? Because here's the thing, you should be feeling lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter every single day. And more deserving and more deserving and more worthy, to where you're just ecstatic about your life. And you're so in love with your life. That's how life needs to be. And the only reason it's not is because we bought the BS. You need to sacrifice for your family. You have to have sex with your husband whether he wants it or not, whether you want it or not. No, you just pack it in, pack it in. If I don't have sex with him, he's going to have an affair. It's all on me, right? All this stuff that's come up from the centuries, right? I'm inviting you to go, who made that rule? It ain't my rule. I'm going to question it. I'm going to wrestle that sucker to the ground. No, no, I am sovereign. No matter what my situation, I'm sovereign. Do you guys know what sovereign means? It means like, imagine these countries that were colonized, these little, islands and countries. They were colonized by bigger, bullier countries, US being one of them. And they finally get their independence. They're a sovereign nation. That means they stand alone. They're not under that rulership. You are a sovereign being. So you should be feeling lighter and more excited and more enthusiastic, and your dreams will just start surfing to the top, and it just goes to this endless, endless upward spiral. Endless upward spiral. And then when the days come, they're like punching you down, you just go. Days are so rough that you just have to like take a bath, watch some movies, and disengage, and you just have to let those days go by and don't judge them. Because my mom used to say this to me when I come from school crying every single day. She'd sit me on the side of the bed for an hour, and she had 4 children. I don't know how she had the time to do that for me, but she would say, tomorrow will be a better day. And if you go to sleep and wake up the next day, it always is. So I want you to write these 3 things down. Everything always works out for me, because it does. Everything always works out for me. The better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets. Write that one down. And how can this be easy and fun? You keep repeating those mantras to yourself, and you ask that question, and everything will start coming together for you. All all those dreams and desires inside of you are real. They're not just, yeah, well, that's nice to imagine that, but there's no way. I encourage you to go deep with it and say, yes, way. Yes, way. There will be a way. There is a way. There is a way. No matter how down you feel, that dream, that spark inside of you, listen to it. Blow on it. And that believe in yourself to win, not to be second or third place. It's you. It's you. It's your life. So I have an invitation at the bottom of the sheet that if you'd like to chat with me, talk about working together, it's meetme.so for schedule once/Lorraine Pursell. And on the second page, I would be grateful if you guys could fill this out for me. I'd like to know what you'd like most to change in your life, just for my personal information. The second thing is, if you like the ebook, 3 Keys and 13 Tools to Self-Love, plus that will put you on my email list. Now, I wake up every morning, and the first thing I want to do is write to you guys. Like, oh, I got this in my sleep. It's always like, oh, that thing, that desire, how am I going to make it happen today? So it's all inspiring. It's not the kind of email that just clutters your inbox. It's kind of thing goes, not open that thing. So we would stay connected if you get that ebook. And then if you would tell me what you liked about the talk and what you thought was crap, because I'd like to know. And I just thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Paulina, for the invitation. I hope this was helpful. Awesome. Good. Yes.
Well, really, it's me being selfish. It's what makes me happy at this moment. So I would like to get a selfie, a group selfie of all of us together, if I could, please.
Yeah.
You said do what makes you feel happy, right?
Yeah. Why don't we get up here? That would be awesome.
That would be great. And y'all can come back here or something. And I usually do it overhead, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so let's all gather up behind you right here
that'll be
in front of the
great.
board. I love your accent. It is so cute. Selfie.
I am originally from Tennessee, so and I've been in North Carolina for 7 years. It won't go anywhere. Yeah.
And Larry, you have any questions down the ring?
Get down on the bottom. I do have a question for
But
her.
after
Yeah,
the selfie, yes.
Are we in enough?
take one too? Right.
Oh, you won't get down with
I love her
her
shoes. I used to have shoes like that. I just adore them. They
Rip
look
it
like
out,
anything.
Yay. Let's crunch in a little bit more. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yay! Oh, great. Yeah.
Okay, Mandy. Come on. Mandy's going to take one. And I'm going to Ladies, come on back. Mandy's going to take one.
Okay.
Isn't it okay? Yes. You know what? Yeah, just squeeze in right here. I can squeeze it. Okay. All right.
Thank you. No, I can't do the jailhouse.
Sorry. Okay, questions. What can I answer for you? What's that?
You mentioned, start concentrating on you. So
Yes.
I'm right about in the adrenal fatigue.
Yes,
phase,
yes.
But how do you learn when to say no? Not when you get to the place like so many of us get into you're
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah.
What steps? I mean, I know you said concentrate on if it makes you feel good, but I think we get into these habits
Yes.
and in this environment that we feel like seeing other people feel good makes us feel good. So how do we redirect those energies? So when we say, no, it's not about you feeling good. I need to feel good too.
So huge. I was talking to somebody last night my client in Scotland. She was wondering how her husband was feeling about something. And I said, oh, I remember, oh, by the way, I didn't mention this about myself. I was in counseling for 30 years. I was in counseling for 30 years. I'm a counselor now, but counselors don't want you to know that.
Yeah.
So BS. I called that out on television on NBC. I said, counselors don't want you to know this, but the reason they're such good counselors is because they were in the counselee seat for so long. So I remember my counselor saying to me, when I go, I wonder what he's feeling. She go, will you stop talking about what he's feeling? I want you to think about what you're feeling. And that was so foreign to me. It's like, what? I don't even know how I feel. I don't even know how I feel.
That's a lot of unpacking today.
Jeez, tell me about it. 30 years, this journey for me. So, everyone put their hands on their gut right now. And just make a promise to this area that you're going to pay attention. Because this is where it starts. When you start to feel the, ugh, don't just go, okay, here I go. Go, ugh. Oh. Start to notice. The awareness is the first thing. Awareness is the first big key. And it's a journey. We like you said, Tamara, we are unpacking like this is what I believe. We're not only unpacking our stuff, but we're unpacking our mother's stuff, our grandmother's stuff, our great-grandmother's stuff, our aunts, our great-aunts, our great-great-aunts. We're unpacking all that stuff that's in our DNA. And this is the first time in the history of women that we can start to clean that out and start fresh. Every time you step forward, every time you say no and heal, you're actually healing the DNA of the planet. Especially for those sisters who don't have many rights, that are not in first world countries. It's like such a big purpose. So it's just you being aware. One of the things I do, here's a really good tool. Put your hands on your heart. It's going to sound a little weird, but trust me on this. If you're brave enough to say it out loud, I invite you to do that. I love you, 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 I love you. You're saying this to your heart. If you do this every day, you will be remarkable in 30 days. You just tell your own heart that you love it. Can you imagine the disease that would reverse from doing that? And this is also my work, is when I believe that every physical ailment is connected to an emotional imbalance. Every single one. Because our body is so intelligent, right? If we keep saying no to myself, no, 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 you can't have that. No, no, you can't take that back. No, no. We keep saying that. You can feel it in your body, the damage that happens every time you say no to yourself. So it's just starting with the awareness. Say, I love you to your heart every day. Pay attention to this gut. Pay attention when your skin crawls. No, I'm not having sex with you tonight. Sorry. I might need a little flowers. I might need you to do some dishes for me. I might need you to make a couple meals. Then maybe. I'm not packing it in anymore. Just that term, packing it in, it's like the picture of us, right? It's like, take it, take it, take it, just take it, take it, take it. Say, no! No. When you feel that no start to rise in you, and the thing to remember is we're in the 21st century, we're not going to die. Even if you lose all of your friends, you're not going to die, you're going to make new friends. that are on your vibration. Promise. An inward journey. Whew. Did that help tomorrow? Who else has a question or a comment?
I have a question.
Yes.
What if you come with a lot of baggage?
Yes.
And my question to you is, where would I start? You know, what are the things that I should, you know, organize in my mind and say, you know, something maybe I need to look at.
Yeah.
You know, but if it's, you have no clue when that beginning started, that's a lot of luggage, you know. But it's how. Like, it's easy because I can go on. You can look at me on the outside and be like, all right, maybe she really, really has this thing together. You know. So it's easy for me to portray to say, okay, I know where I'm gonna start. But in reality, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just living life and, you know, daily. So, you know, I think that's my question. Like, you know, where should I start?
Such a perfect question. And Clark has, you're right on, girl. You're right on.
Sometimes the person that helps you get up over it, own up to their part too, and then I own up to
Words of wisdom there. So I would start with, what would make me feel good right now? And start saying yes to yourself. If you just say to your body several times in a day, what would feel good right now? Put my feet up, stop and take a cup of tea, walk outside, lean against that tree. I did that this morning. Oh my God, my life is so easy, right? I woke up this morning, I saw myself going on a walk. I have not gone on a walk. Now, I used to walk every single day, and then my body was starting to hurt and stuff. So I haven't walked in maybe a month and a half. I feel like such a slug. So I saw myself going on a walk. Okay, I was tired. I wanted to go back to sleep. But nope, I walked for just a little bit. Came back home. Oh, that tree, that looks good. So I got my blanket. I laid underneath the elm tree, and then I turned. That would feel good. I laid upside down. I put my feet on the tree, and I just looked up at the tree and said, "What are you saying to me today?" And this one tree just always emanates. You know, everything's good. Everything's good. I just stayed there for a while, and I was like, oh, now I feel like having an Epsom salt bath. But first, before I do that, let's color your hair. You got a few grays showing, so let's do that. It'd be kind of nice to show up and not have some grays showing. Okay, so I, did that, and then I got in the bath, but I made myself a really big cup of coffee first. You start doing that stuff, Sandy, and things will just morph. If you just start saying yes, instead of looking at the problem, right? Because then we'll find more problems. The solution is, how can I just feel better? Like, I love those pants. I'm going to keep wearing those pants or find some more pants like them because they make me feel good. Just that. That's the way out. Because we can like spend forever. And that's why I left the counseling model and I went to the coaching model because it's so much faster. Like, oh, 3 years later, well, let's talk about that thing that happened back there. It's like, oh, can we be over with this already? I just really want to get, because you're never going to find the answer. You're never going to go deep enough to get to the bottom of it. It's like, hey, it happened. So sorry it happened. You didn't deserve that. Where do we want to go from here? So where do we go from here is what would feel fun and exciting and interesting and would excite me right now. And just say yes to yourself and do it. And that's when you say no. Well, honey, mommy would love to do that for you, but mommy's going to lay down on the couch right now, and why don't you bring me a glass of water? I would love that. Oh, why don't you take my shoes off and give me a little foot rub? Here's the thing. Our kids love doing this stuff for us, but we are in that sacrifice mode. It's like, let's turn the tables. They love to help you. They love it. We just don't seize it when they're excited. You seize it when they're, can I help? Yes. Go ahead and go ahead and cut the celery with the sharp knife. I'm standing right here, but you're asking to help? Yep. Let's do this. Did that answer your question?
Sandy, so I'm Jewish, and one of the things over Yom Kippur that we do is you have to forgive, and you have to apologize. for all of the horrible things that you've done in order to live for the next year. It's dramatic. We're very good at drama.
I'm Jewish too. I get it.
You get it. One of the things too that I was always taught is that you have to forgive yourself first before you can forgive anybody else. So for the first day, and like from Rosh Hashanah on, which is the New Year on Yom Kippur, we work on focusing on forgiving ourselves. And there is that element, and sometimes the people are not going to be there to deal with for either them to apologize to you or for you to apologize to them, or it's just simply too detrimental for you or for them to bring all of that up again. But what you can do is just forgive yourself and apologize to yourself, and then don't carry it anymore. Like at that point, be like, okay, I have unpacked this now, and I can leave here. It may not have every loose end tied up, but if you've done it for you, then you can leave it to the side.
I love this collective wisdom here. This is like, any one of you could be up here.
You have to forgive yourself for the stuff that you acted on. Not necessarily acting, but the stuff that you purposely acted on.
That's right. Oh my God, I just got chills again everywhere.
People that led to some of that, like my mother, I guess people say God bless her. But anyway,
We'll say it for you.
a lot of my luggage comes from her.
Yeah.
She doesn't own any of it because of my dad.
Ah,
So,
ouch.
you know, I've been in therapy off and on for the last 24 years.
Yeah.
I've had several therapists after the coming session, and she's always said she doesn't need to because there's nothing on her. So,
You know what?
but you
You move away from it. You
change
can't
your
fix
number.
her. You can't fix her. And your expectations of her, just have expectations of yourself.
Yeah. Powerful. Yes.
My name is LaTonya.
Hi, LaTonya.
Because,
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being
I
here.
mean, I'm just really thankful for the talk. In 2014, I lost my child.
Mm.
My only child. I didn't know how to cope with myself. I didn't know how to deal with myself. I always hated myself because somebody else took my child. And it hurts to talk about it. That was my only child. But I learned how to be around family like the Wild Ladies and Tomorrow and Autumn and all of them, because sometimes they really like give me that extra push to keep going. And sometimes if I see somebody else, like today I'm hearing all this talk, it really makes me say you can still keep going by yourself. Even though your child not here, I got 6 grandbabies here, they a lot of fun. Sometimes they're not there all the time. So my question is how to deal with some of that when you're just by yourself. And sometimes it do hits me in the heat of the moment, and I don't know what to put on my mind right there, man. It's ringing on me like that. So how do I kind of like cope with myself in a time like that?
Like the deep grief, the deep loneliness, that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta throw yourself in a corner and just sob and just, you know what, because if it's coming up, it just needs to release. But you know how after you do that, you feel just a little bit better. It's like, oh, it's like your face isn't hurting anymore. Your throat doesn't feel like it's gonna explode, right? So you just let the release happen, and then something that would just make you feel good. I tell another of my clients in Scotland, I'm like, just look at that Gerard Butler calendar. Whatever it takes to feel good, just something, you know, that go to that list, your arsenal. Just and then do something nice for you. Just do something nice for you. Whatever it can be, just the next thing. Just the next thing. Just the next thing. Like, don't be worrying about, oh, it has too many calories, it has too much fat. Just like, go pig out on Almond Joys. You know, just whatever, it's all about taking care. Because sometimes that's the next step. Yeah, you'll figure out your diet thing later, right? Right now, I just need something. That's what I tell my alcoholic clients. I'm not going to tell you not to pick up. You might need to right now. But just watch yourself doing it. Observe. Okay, I see myself picking up this beer. The relief. The relief. We are after relief. Relief is what we are after. When we are in that where's the relief? And don't judge yourself for it.
I'm gonna say you like that. You don't ever think anybody else. Someone else to push out for you. That is someone else's action. That wasn't anything you. So that's what you shouldn't even feel. I understand why you feel it, but my son was in a car accident a couple years ago, and a young lady died, and I felt so bad at first until we found out through the police investigation. That was how her and her mother made their money.
Oh.
By like walking in front of cars and stuff. So all of that guilt that I had felt over her walking in front of my son's car and dying, it kind of sort of absolved most of that. I still feel a little guilty because she was her mother's only child. But I don't feel as bad as I was. I still feel bad for my son because he hasn't gone to therapy yet because my mother-in-law who was him told him that only crazy people. So he still has nightmares come to him. And this is almost 2 years after. So my advice to you is that given the guilt that you have that, you always try to that was where you shouldn't be carrying that.
I think it was a really good example you gave about the kids because when I was a teacher really early on, I felt like I had to do everything. And then someone told me that the kids need to be doing everything. And it completely changed the classroom. Like all I brought was the content. They handled everything. They turned out the screen on.
Oh my
They started
gosh.
everything. I just gave it all to them. There were worksheets to do. I didn't put my time to do it. They could staple them. And they would
love
cut them
this.
out, you know?
The end of the overworked teacher.
Yes, it was excellent advice. Because you feel guilty because you're like supposed to be in control and you're supposed to be the one, you know, putting together all the materials for the kids and stuff like that. But you're not. They can do that. It's fine. It's for them so they can own it and do it.
That is fabulous, Paige.
My 3-year-old takes the trash out.
I love it.
I love to take the trash out. My 3-year-old takes it. And she loves it. It's her favorite part of the day. That is feeding the dog. All I have to do is open the container and she can do the rest. I'm like, done. I don't have to take care of this.
And that reminds me, tonight at the Arthur Christopher Community Center, I'm starting a parenting series. You know anybody who, like tonight, starts a series of 3 on parenting basics, and then we're taking a week off, and then it goes into be the parent, not the friend. One of my big. I know. Any other questions?
How far in advance do you like request to come speak, especially if it's like out of state or something?
Oh, maybe a month. And as you can tell, I love doing this, so I would be so happy to do that. Because you know what? It's just so fun to be the vehicle to wake women up. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just, I would never sleep if I got to do this every day, you know, 7 days a week. I actually do work 7 days a week because I just love it. It's not like, well, yesterday or was it 2 days ago, I just had to go, ugh, I got to go to sleep. But it is hella fun for me. That's my California coming out.
I'm just thinking about what you said about doing what makes you feel good. I don't feel like I have to be apologetic for my arsenal anymore. No! Things that you feel good and screw you, I'm going to do it. You can follow me on Facebook if you want to and watch it, or you can just shut up. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, sister. Use that fuel. That is the fuel. That is the fuel right there. It's like,
I mean, it's like I mean, I'm not on Facebook, but you know, I'm on Instagram. But, you know, it's like some of the things in my arsenal, so many people will be like, you're doing what? Because I like pole fitness. Everybody else looks at it as like,
Oh, I want to do that. Oh my gosh, chills all over again.
even if I was, that's what I wanted. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're a stripper. I'm like, no, but
You know,
no,
the
it
other
was.
day that I posted, I was out with a girlfriend of mine lived in Lee.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be with them. You're gonna end up looking like a man.
And remember why people do that. Why do people do that? Yeah. There's something in your guts of doing that that makes them go, I wish I had those guts.
Yeah, it just makes me feel better because I would post things and I hide them because so many
Yeah.
people had so many stigmas associated with it. And it was like, no, y'all, this is my release. And I always have to give this disclaimer. Okay, if you follow me, I want you to know that you're going to see this. And let me explain that I'm not a stripper. I'm actually, you know, I work at a community. I just have to give a whole rundown of why I did what I did to make me feel good. So now I don't feel like I have to be apologetic.
And you don't have to explain it.
Yeah, yeah.
You really don't, because as soon as we start explaining for ourselves or somebody else, we just hit the dust.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, just remember that's a compliment. If someone starts dissing on you, it's really a compliment. And what I do, actually, yes, it is.
I that for wonder.
Yeah, no, because there's something in them that's going, girl, you shouldn't be lifting those weights. You're going to start looking like a man. Why is she so concerned about that?
And at my current weight, my mother told me to go down, and the was like, this is something somehow with my daughter gets so fat. And it's like, Rod, you weigh 59 more than me. And I'm a foot shorter than me walking around here with the goddamn consumer.
Yeah.
When someone says, you think you're better than us, or they start dissing what you're doing in some way that is good for you, it's not because they know what you're feeling. We can't know what anyone else is feeling. It's because they feel lesser than you in that moment. And you know what? That is on them. That is not on you. So it's just like, you can feel whatever kind of feelings you are feeling over in that corner, and I'm going to go live my best life.
I saw a great saying, people throw shade on things that shine.
People throw shade on things that shine. And so here's the thing. My community is all women who, there is not one mean girl in my community. I've got a private Facebook group. All of my paid communities, there's nothing but support, celebration, shine. I encourage them to brag because we need to. And to be in a safe community of women where that's like, oh, I can do that too. Because we're all so hungry for that.
But we're so quick not to be supportive of each other. That's what drives me insane, and that's why I'm glad.
But not you.
Not us, but there's so many.
And none of you wow girls.
Want to tear each other down. You know?
So when you notice that in ourselves, because listen, just last Sunday, I heard my bitching mind go, that person, and I'm like, and I just watched that thing run for 2 hours, and every time I did that, I said, this will be the best day of my life. I'm open to magic and miracles, and every time my brain would go, oh, that person, and I go, okay, this will be the best day of my life. I'm open to magic and miracles. And you know what? Within 2 hours, that thing calmed down. It's just our brain. It's just our mind. So when you notice yourself doing that, what is feeling threatened in you? Okay, that's when we want to do that. Oh, I can't believe Jennifer Aniston still looks so good. What does she do? Ton of Botox and plastic surgery, that girl? Like, wow, well, what if she's just like amazing looking, right? But she's cute and she's out there and it's like, okay. Lorraine.
That was an Instagram post the other day about Lorraine. And typed up the young client because Black women almost like better than seeing crackheads on top of. And it's like, first of all, she has this damn picture. Why is it your profile picture while you bashing this woman is a picture in your back with your damn head? So they came at me with the, well, why is your profile picture a picture of a rose? Then I posted a picture of me, I said, with my 40-year-old ass. And he shut up and didn't say anything else. And I've been waiting for him to say something else.
Well, here's what I learned, ladies, and I'm just gonna leave you with this. I know it's like wind up time. When people do this, you may be courageous enough to do this. This takes a lot. When people do this, you just send them love, and you get it off of you, because that bitterness and resentment is what will age you and give you disease. So I have a process, if any of you would be interested, where all that stuff just comes out. And you don't have to carry any of it anymore. It's done. And when it starts to come back, your brain goes, oh, well. Mm-hmm. I just send them love. I just send them love, because it ain't going to stick on me. It ain't going to reside in my intestines. What's that? Yeah. Because what can they say to that? What can they say to that? There's nothing. And Don Miguel Ruiz says, don't take anything personally. Nothing. Don't take anything personally. I was just thinking about that this morning in the tub. Don't take anything personally. No matter what they say, no matter what. And here's the thing. They might be saying things about me. I don't ever hear about it. So that's just fine with me, because here's the thing. When your vibration is up here, you don't hear this stuff. It doesn't travel up. Okay? I'm serious about that. My vibration is up here. So even if I did hear something, it probably wouldn't hurt. I would just have compassion. And I would just send them love. Because I know, I understand. It's not easy being on the planet. Right? We're all doing our best. Even the person that's dissing you, they're doing their best.
Make it out of this thing alive.
No. And the thing is, if we could just have the courage to shine our lights, really shine our lights, that's courage.
It is, but we're not making it out.
And the lighter we are, the more those people will just transform in our presence. I'm serious. Okay? Well, you know, here's the thing, Clark. You are phenomenal. Okay? And it's just going to get better. That thing, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets. It's just going to keep going in that upward spiral for you. Until you're so bright, people will look at you, and that defensiveness will just crumble like you know, when you put a clay mask on your face and then it dries and you smile and it goes cracks and chunks fall off. That's what's going to happen with their shell. I am predicting that for you and for everybody else in this room. As we just shine and don't step in the BS. I want to just say it, bullshit. Yeah. Just don't step in the bullshit. We will get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and become impervious. And it's happening in my communities. The upward spiral is just getting so amazing because we're all doing it together. Oh, this has been so fun. I've had permanent chills. You guys are amazing. You all are. The collective wisdom in here has been so fun to hear. If any of you would like to chat, just schedule an appointment or talk to me afterwards, and it's going to be awesome. It was really a privilege to be with you today. Yeah, I would love to take those.
Two sandwiches, anyone want to take one, please?
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Thanks, Janet. Bye, Paige. Thank you. You too. Yes.
Just my hands.
You mean about, oh, you're talking about the 18 book? Yeah, yeah. And it's on my card. On the back of the card, there's that ebook. Just go there and Give me your name and email address. Yes, what you can do is, my number's on the card. You can call me directly, or if you want to call me first.
In my
Or,
my mother informed me the other day. She has to get a healthy charge.
Thank you so much for having me.
My mother had an argument, and then her mother turned around and said that she had taken her car without permission and broke it.
And you're gonna have more information for one in a vehicle, right?
Yes, that would be like, I'll drop the charges, so she just always do what I tell her from now on. It's gonna be there.
All right, I'm gonna be looking for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I said, girl, in a felony job, that's a girl that's the way I feel, but things right now, she be dead.
Have a great time.
Mine has done some mess with it, but she ain't never tried nothing like that, because she knows I'm about 2 seconds away from snapping at any point in time dealing with her, so no. No, I don't know.
Do I want?
I'm sure, yeah, but yeah, how much is it to explain? And I looked it up and it's like $350, and I was like, well, your mama just cost you $350. And you work at the USC, and they do your background check in October. So she just filled out the paperwork the other day. She's not even gonna have that done inside her background check. So you might lose your job in October from your mom.
hold on a second, I want to just connect with, Sandy, hold on.
Famous car jacket.
I will call you for that, and I will check for the podcast and send it to you.
Okay.
About how's the training going?
Everything's going good. I'm about to go and we're going down to Georgia to look at the truck.
Okay.
What helped me up was my car that I had on my van. I had two cars. My transmission went out on my van, but it's an older van.
Okay.
So my husband was like, we'll be going to get the truck.
Yeah,
So
sometimes, yeah.
just get something new, and so we don't have to worry about breaking down and stuff like that. But my van, I put my kids through college, granddaughters, everybody with that one van. So it's just time to. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm right there. I'm right there. It's close. Yes.